Alright. Hey everyone, welcome to another WRP Live Play TTRPG session. What is WRP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight, we are playing D&D. This session features the finale of our Dragonlance campaign. D&D's Shadow of the Dragon Queen. It's a riveting adventure of courage and valor where our intrepid heroes face unbeatable odds in a cataclysmic war. With us at the table, we have several incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master, Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at Sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous and daring heroes as they have survived the fall of the Flying Citadel. But now you must return to Kalaman, amongst the chaos. We'll begin with an introduction for Vass.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Vass. Vass is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who has found himself accidentally stumbling across the multiverse. This week's fun fact about Vass, I thought I would give a little bit of insight into where his headspace is right now. Having a little bit of time floating down with the Nary crashes, the little parachute thingies. He had some time to think and reflect. He's still trying to process exactly what happened, and it's hard to believe that they succeeded at bringing down this citadel. And he just keeps thinking about the vision he had before setting out to take care of that, where this army invasion was potentially bleeding over into his home in Faerun. And he's wondering, he keeps asking himself, did I do enough? Have I done enough? Did I prevent that? He's just trying to, really hoping and praying that he prevented that from happening.
Next up for our introductions, we've got Hugh.
Hi, I'm Stefan. I'm playing Hugh DeBear, a flashing and flamboyant fencer. Hugh had none of those types of concerns that Bath had. He pulled his sword from his scabbard as he was falling, so he could have Hugh's theme song play as he descended slowly to the earth.
Okay. And then let's get a introduction for Rhubarb.
Okay, I'm Frontboard, and I'm playing Rhubarb Bafflewander, aka Rhubarb the Red, aka Rue. And he is a Forest Gnome Sorlock, level 11, hailing from the island of Sancrist, which is far to the west of our setting. He's 114.8 years young, maybe even older, I don't know. I think his birthday has to be coming up soon. I think that Rue would actually be having very similar thoughts to Vass because he knows that there are supposedly other dragon armies and his homeland's far away, and he's very concerned that one of those armies is advancing on his homeland, and he's anxious to get back and potentially take care of his homeland just like he took care of Kalaman.
All right. As your introductions here come to an end, we do begin with the again reminder that you survived the fall of the Flying Citadel. You reached the ground about a quarter mile from the western wall of Calum. Around you, there are the scattering of your foes. The Red Dragon army flees the destruction beneath them. Draconians flying in the sky. And, the foot soldiers move in every direction. They seem to pay you no mind. And the universe seems to grant you all a +1 to your AC for whatever trials are yet to come.
Thank Paladine.
You start your return to Calum. It's where you are needed, as those that are conscripted and those that are assisting the members of Calaman's army. You need to make your report to see if there's anything else you can do. But as you begin your trek, a streak of red sweeps low over the battlefield, crashing through dozens of retreating enemies. At the last moment, it sweeps upward. A mighty red dragon perches atop a stone spire falling from the citadel above. On the dragon's back, you see sits a woman with short white hair and dragon army armor. She levels a vicious pike at you as her left eye, a crimson gemstone, smolders with magical flame. You! And she looks at all of you down beneath. Filth running away! I will have my revenge.
Fire eyes. It has to be.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to reach.
What's funny is we could still see what we're saying in pixel chat in the stream.
Yeah. I just wanted to, put that in there for you guys.
Oh, you put it in descent.
Oh, shoot. 2Ds. There we go. And look, I'm just having all sorts of issues here tonight.
It's alright.
So that's what you see there. Then let me get this as well. I'm gonna have to crop that out. Get that back on.
I feel bad for that poor guy that's trying to block the breath weapon with that shield.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, as you can guess, this is Consaldi Fire Eyes. As you run, you do nothing but condemn Calamon further. You've delayed its fall. But my troops are a mere fraction of her armies. Dragon High Lord Verminard will return with greater numbers. So flee now, or you can surrender. You can join the dragon army if you wish to rise the ranks. Or if one of you wishes to surrender yourselves as a show of the dragon army's mercy, I will spare the rest of you.
I think this one just challenged me to a duel. What do you guys think?
We've come too far to surrender now.
Yeah, lady, just because I'm red too doesn't mean that we're gonna be besties.
If I wanted to join the dragon army, I'll take your position. And your crown and stuff. Maybe you're dragon too.
Your insolence. Half of Ansalon already bows to Takesis. The Blue Dragon army are gathering the other floating pieces of the City of Lost Names. We will conquer the skies, we will conquer Ansalon, and we will conquer you. And as she says this, there is a stream of fire from her dragon companion. I'm going to ask for firstly dexterity saving throws.
Oh, I'm dead. Saved.
I was saving that inspiration, but I think I'm gonna use it. This save.
Alright, so, because of the distance here, with them being above you, I am going to give a little bit of bonuses here. For those that succeeded on their dexterity save, you take no damage. Unfortunately, Rhubarb, that is a fail, so you will take half the damage that is dealt here. For 28 points of fire. That's already halved.
On the... Okay.
And we're rolling initiatives. And the maps should show you what you're working with.
Oh my god, that thing is enormous.
It's just a huge dragon. Don't worry too much about it. So that's going to be Vass to start us off. After Vass, it is going to be Hugh, Rue, Ignia, and Consulti. And then we also have our Frey events. So, Vass. First act. You stand amidst some of the rubble here of the fallen citadel. Consulti and her dragon Ignia 30 feet above you at the top of this spire looking down upon you. What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna start us off with a third level dissonant whisper on Consulti. and I'm just gonna whisper some creepy infernal stuff. Basically, I don't know if she understands infernal, but basically saying like, yeah, I don't have a surrendering bone in my body, and I don't want to be your friend, like that.
Wisdom save on that, yeah?
With and it's DC 16.
That is a pretty good save for her. But she rolls poorly. That is a 12.
Oh, I love that for her. She's gonna take 5d6 psychic damage and must use her reaction to move as far away from me as possible. 20 points of psychic damage.
20 points.
Nice.
That's very good. So, it does take partial movement for her to dismount off of Ignia. So, from there, she begins to move, and that puts her right there.
I may have needed to have moved up a little bit in order to do that, based on the height differential.
Okay. Now, areas that have the rubble, like the cracks and the bits, and then dragon bones, are considered difficult terrain, just that way you're aware. But yeah, you're able to move up.
I don't want to get like super close, so I'm assuming 60 feet, like probably good where I am. For
Yeah.
that to happen. And then I will use my bonus action. Am I able to? I'll give a bardic to whomever is up next.
That would be Hugh.
Whomever.
Hugh, you've got a bardic. Oh, whomever. Get the D8.
All right.
And that'll be it.
Hugh, it is your turn.
Alright. I am going to combination run and misty step my way at Kensali.
Okay. So it is 30 feet up, so you probably wouldn't be, oh no, you've got a shit ton of movement. But you do provoke an attack of opportunity if you move past Ignia.
Wouldn't I misty step past Ignia?
Well, if you're Misty Step only covers 30 feet, so are you trying to Misty Step from the ground up? Because it's 30 feet to the top of the spire.
I gotta climb. I also have a climb speed of equal to my walk speed.
Okay, then yeah, no, you're able to do that.
And I'm gonna use my. Do I need to? Oh, yeah. I'll attack with my sword. That's weapon. I'm gonna use that inspiration Vast gave me.
Okay, so yeah,
Is
let's
that
get a
D10?
D8.
So I got a 16 on one of them.
16 unfortunately is a miss.
So I would have been really cool, but I wasn't.
Alright, so as Hugh makes your way up there, Rhubarb, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
There's many things that I want to do, but unfortunately, action economy. But let's see if we can try and maybe tip the scales a little bit in our favor. Rhubarb's gonna cast a Psychic Glance at Consaldi, and since he knows her name, I think he can just say it and doesn't have to have any sort of line of sight to see her.
Correct.
And it's got a 120-foot range, so I assume that she's well within that.
Yep.
So she will need to make a DC 16 intelligence save.
That is a 22.
Oh, she passed it. Okay. And then I am going to... I was gonna try and see if there's a way I can not be in breath weapon range along with Vass. But I don't know which way that would be, because when there's two of us, the dragon can just pick and choose if it wants to. You know what? We gotta get closer to these guys. I'm gonna move 10 feet up, and it's probably across difficult terrains. That probably use most of my 25 feet of movement.
Yep.
Let me see if I have any fun bonus actions. No. End of turn. Thank you.
Okay. It is going to be does Psychic Lance not get a half damage on a save?
You know what? You're right. Thank you. I'm so used to save or suck. Half as much damage. 7d6. Let's roll that. 13. Second.
It is Ignia's turn after you, Rhubarb. And Ignia, as her wings flare, she flies down, and there is a sparking of red in her jaw as she opens her mouth wide, and this blare of fire comes out. Dexterity saves from both of you, please.
I'm gonna die now. 10.
That is a failed save. Vast, that is a successful save. And that will be for 56 points of fire damage.
Rhubarb evaporates.
Okay. So that would be 28. Then I'm resistant, so that would be 14.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so, with that, it is, the end of Ignia's turn. You see that the fire in her jaw, does not, return. It stays, expended here, as she stands proud. Kinsaldi, is going to have her turn next, and, that's going to be 2 attacks against Hugh with her pike. The first is a 17, which will miss. And a natural 1 is also a miss. And I need a dexterity save from Hugh as well. 23, that is successful. Nothing happens on... No, you do take half damage on a successful save. For 6 points of fire damage, and then, as a bonus action, calling upon her Dragon Queen, and asking for her favor, she will heal herself for 11 points of healing. With that, Kinsaldi's turn comes to an end, and we have, on the field of battle, a we've got, what's gonna happen here? Where's my guy? Where's my guy? So, Can I get a dexterity save from, Vass?
That's a natural 1.
So, that means you are struck as this, Bozak Draconian, is tossed from the sky, and as he crashes into you, that's going to be for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And with that, Vass, we come to your turn.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I am gonna do a. I can get to Rue with my movement, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do a first level Cure Wound on Rue. Shoot, that's not what I wanted to do, but I don't know if it's too late for me to walk that back. I had a plan.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do here? It's the finale. I'll be nice.
Let's rewind. I think I was here. Or here. I was somewhere. Oh, here.
I believe that's where you were, yeah.
I wanted to do a healing word, actually, so I still had my action, is what I wanted to do.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm going to do a first level healing word, and it's just going to be me screaming Rue's name. It's going to be 7 hit points for Rue.
My name brings a
And
lot of
then
people back to life.
And then I'm going to take 2 bow attacks at the dragon. And they will be reverberating shots. First one is a 21 to hit.
51 will hit.
Okay, I unfortunately am not going to get a sneak attack on here. But that's 4 points of magical piercing and 4 points of thunder. And then with the second one, does a 16 hit the dragon?
A 16 does not hit our dragon.
Okay. And I'm gonna move instead this way a little bit so that, and then maybe over here. Hopefully the dragon will have to focus on me if it breathes fire again and not my charred and crispy buddy.
Okay, yeah, totally. So, as Vass, you release the shot, you call out this healing word to Rhubarb. Hugh, we come to your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna repeat the effort, hopefully with better success. And a 16 and a 14. A critical hit with my dancing longsword.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. $16, 19 points with the way that we do crits here.
Nice.
Alrighty.
I have a question, Faye.
Yes.
I didn't see the +1 attack from chat, so would a 17 have hit the dragon?
A 17 would not hit the dragon. But that does remind me to remind you all that you do get a +1 to all of your attack rolls. With that, Hugh's turn comes to an end. Rhubarb, it's your go. You are prone, but no longer unconscious.
Rhubarb kind of like shakes his head and dusts the soot and charred hair off of his body. Does the dragon have the spark of flame in
No.
its mouth right now?
You do not see the spark of flame in the dragon's mouth right now.
Okay. Let's try and give ourselves a little bit of protection. I'm going to upcast Armor of Agathis on myself. And let's do it at level 4 because I want to save the level 5 spell slot just in case. So yeah, Rue's gonna shield himself in a icy armor.
Yeah, and get that temp HP too.
Exactly. That's my action. Bonus action, probably not much because everything's probably a spell or sorcery points. Let's continue to move. I think since I'm prone, I'm gonna play it up a little bit. Like, it really kind of got me, and I'm just kind of crawl my way, like, just like diagonally a square. Like, I'm just hanging on, but basically dead, gasping for breath.
Okay.
As it sees me, shield myself magically too.
Amazing.
Disregard the magic shield. I'm dying.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
The greatest performance of my life.
With that, it is Rue's turn coming to an end. Ignia's turn. Ignia does her eyes follow after you, Vast, and she raises up, claws coming down to strike at you. First is a 15.
Misses.
Second is a 21.
That hits. Can I dodge that in an uncanny fashion, please?
You can dodge that uncannily. So that's 13 slashing damage, of which you will take 6. However, she doesn't like that you're trying to dodge here, so her snout comes down and she tries to bite you, and maybe hold you in place between her teeth. That is a natural 20.
Okay, well, you know what? I hit. Yep.
Okay.
Wait, can I see this?
Yeah, you can see this.
Silvery barbs.
Alright, we get a silvery barbs. Bringing that down to a 24, but it's no longer a crit.
Yes.
Who are you sending that advantage to, Rue?
Fast.
Ass gets advantage. And then, Vas, you will take... that is going to be... 16 piercing and 1 fire.
So would that be...
It's still 1 fire.
Would I still take a fire? Okay, so 17?
Yep. But that is it for Ignia's turn. It is Consaldi, and Consaldi does not quite like being where she's at. So, can I get a athletics or acrobatics from Hugh, as she's going to try and push you.
That's fun.
So, with a 9, unfortunately, you are caught as she will push you back 5 feet here away from her. And we'll use that now opening to climb down here and make a run. So that's 10, and 25, 30, and she see you? Are you looking? Hey, Rhubarb! I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
All the dexterity throws.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20, 22.
Alright, so you'll take half of the fire damage that Consaldi throws at you. So that is 11 on a failed save, so you will take 5 points of fire damage.
Thank you.
And with that, it is the end of Consaldi's turn. We've got our events happening around you, popping out of the fray. And I need a strength saving throw from Hugh as you are at atop the spire. You avoid being knocked prone by the Dragonelles that flee low-flying here across the battlefield. You dodge out of the way and stay atop your feet. Meaning that we come now top of the round to Vax. Your next D20 roll is at advantage. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm assuming Ignia moved up
Yes.
closer to me.
Ignia would have
Yeah.
moved up.
Am I grappled
No.
in her mouth right now?
That was just narrative. You are not grappled, actually.
Okay, I'm not grappled. I had a plan if I was grappled. So this means me do this. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Because I am smart and know how to play this game. Can I use my bonus action to disengage, like the slippery rogue that I am?
You can use your bonus action to disengage, like the slippery rogue you are.
Fantastic. I'm gonna move back a little bit so that I don't have to drop my bow and do something else, and I'll just make some bow attacks. That is.
Yeah, go for it.
And my first one is at advantage, so does that mean if I hit, I can apply some sneak attack?
That is correct.
Fabulous. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 just hits the dragon.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, chat. This is a reverberating shot, I forgot to say again. So that's gonna be 15 points of piercing and 4 points of thunder. And then I will attack again. No advantage this time. That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
25 definitely hits.
Another reverberating shot, that's 7 points piercing, 4 points thunder.
Alright.
And that'll be all for me.
Hugh, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, Hansaldi is sadly mistaken if she thinks he can outrun me. And gonna scamper down the...
Yeah, easily done.
and then attack again.
Go for it.
Okay, 21.
21 hits.
Or 11. Three psychic. 1 lightning.
Alright.
And dancing longsword. For 22.
22
And
hits.
10 damage.
Alright. That is it for Hugh's turn. Rhubarb, we come to your go.
Consaldi has like high ground on me. Like, what distance is she away from me then? I'm trying to figure out which spells I can cast from where I'm at now.
She is within 60 feet of you.
She is within 60, and do I still have line of sight of her?
Vague line of sight. I would say she's benefiting from some partial cover.
As much as it kind of pains me to do this, because Hugh might be mad. Rhubarb wants to even the odds on this battlefield. He's gonna try and banish Consaldi. I need her to make a DC 16 charisma save.
That is a 20 on her charisma save.
Can I silvery barbs that in my own turn?
Yeah, you've got your reaction back at the start of your turn.
Yep, I'm gonna silvery barbs that.
Brings that down to a 19.
Alright, she passes. Rue is going to use his movement to get closer to the edge to try and hide out of line of sight of
Alright.
Fire Eyes.
And where are you sending
that.
the advantage from your silver barbs?
Let's give it to Vass again.
Alright, Vass gets advantage. And then it is Ignia's turn after Rhubarb. And Ignia is going to continue focusing on Vass. You've been providing the most damage to her, and she doesn't like that, so 2 more claw attacks against you. A 17 on the first attack,
That misses.
and a 20 on the second.
That would hit, but I would like to silvery barb that.
Hell yeah. Brings that down to a 12. And where would you like to send that advantage to, Bass?
Be like, thanks for the advantage, Rue. Here, have some yourself.
Amazing. And then we've got her bite attack against you. And that is going to be a... let me actually get the roll right there. That is a 20 to hit.
That hits. I would like to dodge that uncannily.
You can dodge that uncannily.
No,
No, you've already used your
cannot.
reaction,
I've used
that's
my
right.
reaction already.
That is right.
Damn it.
So that's going to be 18 points of piercing damage and 3 points fire.
Is that 3 cut in half?
No, so you take the 1 point from that. And there is no glow that returns to the fires of Ignia's mouth. We do have a healing from the universe here for Vass, who will gain back 5 points of healing. As we come to Consaldi's turn, and Consaldi, snarling at Hugh, who has come back into her face, will take 2 attacks of her pike at you. The first one is a 24 to hit Hugh.
Alright, parry that.
Alright. The second attack is going to miss with a 21, if I remember correctly. And then...
Looks like your pike has peaked.
and then I'm going to need a dexterity save as she will throw fire at you.
$16.
16 is just enough to succeed, so you'll take half damage here. So that's 9 points of fire damage that you take instead of the full 18.
Okay, I'm going to absorb that.
Didn't you already use your reaction to parry?
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Alright.
I will not do that.
So, that is going to be 8 for Consaldi's turn. In our fray, what happens here? I need everyone... Oop, and I forgot to give Consaldi her bonus action. That's something she would do. She gains back some HP. I do need everyone to make for me dexterity saves as rubble begins to fly down from the sky from more of the flying citadel as it gets caught up here.
Does the silvery barbs give me advantage on that, or is it only on
Yes.
attack?
It's on your next d20 roll.
Well, that helped
All right.
tremendously.
So, where is everything? So many tabs. Vass and Rhubarb succeed, so you do not take any damage here. Hugh, you are just barely struck by the fragments raining down here, and that will be 22 points of bludgeoning damage. It is Vass, your turn. Next player attack roll has advantage, and you do not have advantage right now, so you get to roll with advantage on your next attack.
Okay, that somewhat changes what I was gonna do. Maybe. If I don't use that, will that
It goes to the next player.
attack goes to the next person?
Mhm.
Okay. I am getting quite irritated at Ignia, so I would like to do some infernal dissonant whispers at 3rd level in her direction.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wisdom 16.
That is a 13 on Ignia's save.
Ooh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm liking this roll too. 26 points of psychic, and
Ooh.
that lady needs to move away from me.
So, as Ignia takes this, her wings spread out, she backs away, and with some fires, she will... get away from over here. So, she backs away.
I do have a bonus action.
You do have a bonus action.
There's something I can hide behind.
There are these, bits of rubble around. Like, these are actually, like,
Yeah.
bits and pieces, so, for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna need the 27.
Alright, I will keep your 27 in mind. Hugh, it is your turn. If you take an attack roll, your first one will be at advantage.
Okay. So it's 17, and well, I'm gonna go with the oh, actually 18. Well, 18 to hit.
18 just hits Consulti.
Okay, for 12. And so 18 total. And then we strike again. I'm gonna take it. The 13 misses. But
The 22
coming up to
hits.
clutch, the Dancing's longsword gets 9.
Alrighty, heck yeah. With that, it is going to then be Rhubarb's turn afterward, as there's the flurry of blades above.
So I can hear what's going on above me, but I assume I can't see because I'm close to this ledge.
Yeah, and that is 20 feet up. Well, it's between 20 and 10 feet up here, so yeah, it's a little hard for you to see. You're kind of short.
To which square could I Misty Step onto that ledge?
Depends. Misty Step is what, 30 feet?
30 feet.
So...
was thinking either one diagonal upright for me or maybe the one above it's probably about as far as I could get.
I'd say that, like, full 30 feet, you'd probably be looking at about this area.
Okay. I'm coming to help you. Late as always.
Yeah.
Bruce gotta use his forest shroud to teleport up onto the platform.
Yeah.
And then, or I guess that's 20 feet of movement. I don't suppose I can get behind her. Right up.
Not.
Let's just stay there. So now I'm beside her. I have advantage on my next attack from the Forest Shroud. We're just gonna try this. Rhubarb's gonna upcast Vampiric Touch at level 5
Yeah?
and reach out and touch Consuldi.
Go for it.
That's to 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Alright, I think I get 5d6. That is 20. You know what? I'm gonna use a sorcery point to re-roll the 2. Which turns it into a 1. I think I have to. Do I have to take the new roll? I believe so.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. That's 19 necrotic damage, and I'll recover half of that, so 9.
Yes. Alright. Anything else?
And then don't. Bonus action was used to activate the cloak. I used
Yep.
my movement. I used my spell. I'm there. I'm here, Hugh.
Alright. It is Igneous' turn. And the dragon roars into the sky as it eyes you, Vass, taking, or well, where you were. And as it takes up to the skies, it will fly overhead and spot you. Because while your hiding is good from ground level, bird's eye view is something different. And as she crashes down, she swipes out. And that will be a 14 misses.
It does.
A 21.
That hits. I will dodge that and panel.
With 14 points of slashing damage, you'll take 7. And her bite. That is a 12.
Misses.
That is a miss. So, that is the end of Igneous' turn. And before we can see what Consoldi does on her turn, we do have our first ad break. So, hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue along with our combat scene here in our finale. Please stay around for the ads. They help us out a ton here at Little Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, head over to our Ko-fi, make direct donations there. Those direct donations help unlock awesome perks to the entire community, including double treasure, double XP, new quests, a lot of fun things. Full list available on our Discord. Stick around. We'll see you guys very soon. Alrighty. It is Consoldi's turn as we come back to our combat here. And the first thing that Consoldi is going to do yeah, you know what? She's tactical enough to do this. She's going to attempt a Dispel Magic on Rue's Vampiric Touch. She does have to cast, she's gonna have to go for an upcast, or not an upcast. She has to make the contested spell check here, so she's got to beat a 15.
Oh, what?
Because you cast it at 5th level, so she's trying to dispel your magic here.
I'm just gonna counterspell her instead.
Yeah, sure, for sure. It's at a 3rd level, so
Yep. I just see her casting a spell, and I don't want any of that.
yeah.
Just gonna like kind of wag my finger at her, my necrotic finger.
Hell yeah. So that's her action there. Bonus action, she's going to use her Dragon Queen favor to heal herself. And then it is the Ray. We'll see what events happen around you. Alright. There is the massive sound of a siege engine exploding. Vast. You have two options here. You can take the damage as you see these bits of fires coming at you, or you can use your reaction to escape the area that would be affected here.
Do I have a reaction available?
I believe you do this
think
turn.
I
Oh no, you uncanny
uncanny dodge.
You did. So unfortunately,
I
that
guess
means
I'm just eating that fire damage.
you do take fire damage here. But hey, you're resistant to fire damage.
I am.
So that is going to be 9 points, which is reduced down to 4.
I am still on my feet.
The only hit point that matters is the last one. Vass, it is your turn.
Okay. Oh goodness. Gracious me. I would like to push my luck and do my last 3rd level spell at this dragon to do another infernal 3D dissonant whisper. Wisdom 16.
That is a 7.
Ooh, lovely. Not as good of a roll this time. That's 13 points of psychic damage and it must fly away from me.
Right over our heads.
Essentially. Alright.
And can I use my bonus action to hide, but can I... No, I see what just happened when it flew over me. Is there anything I can hide underneath?
The only thing that you could probably hide underneath here is going to be the dragon skeletons, but they are not that large, so you would have to go prone to hide beneath them.
Yeah. I will do that.
Okay.
So, 26 is my stealth check.
Alright, you feel successfully hidden. Hugh, we come to your turn. Rhubarb has come up to assist you with Consaldi. What would you like to do here?
Well, we also have a dragon here, but I think taking down Sully is still my priority. So I will continue on my streak of horribleness.
Flank. Flank.
Oh, flank. That will be 20. 21 because of the flank.
Yeah.
And a 21, so 2. That's going to turn into 25 magical piercing. 3 lightning. And 6 psychic.
Heck yeah.
How's Miss Fire Eyes looking?
With her eyes.
Okay.
Um,
Bleeding from her eyes?
only one of them is a, actual organic eye. The other is a gem. So little.
So technically, she's fire eye and not fire eyes.
I don't know. You could have fire in metaphorical and physical sense here and make it fire eyes. So, with that, it is Rhubarb, your turn. You are in a flank.
I was wagging that finger at her. Now I'm just gonna reach out and vampiric touch her with it. Let me find my roll. Does a 28 hit?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
I don't know, just being dramatic. Ooh, I'm gonna re-roll 3 of those ones. So what is that? That'll take it down to a 9. And add back in 12. So she takes 21 necrotic damage. And I heal for 10.
She's starting to look a little rough here, but very much still in fighting condition.
I'm going to use a bonus action to... do I need to regenerate a spell slot? I actually don't know if I need to just yet. Let's hold on to those sorcery points for now.
Okay.
Let's finish this hue.
It is Ignia's turn, and shaking her head once more, she takes to the skies, trying to find Vass. And as she circles around, she's unable to do so, will crash down at the side, giving this, again, massive roar. You know what? No, why not? Nah, she wouldn't do that. It's fine. Okay. It is then Consaldi's turn. Yeah. The first thing Consaldi's going to do is try and hit Hugh with her pike. And we'll miss with a 17. But as she turns, she's going to use that momentum, look at Rue, and try and shove you off. I need a athletics or acrobatics check here. Unfortunately, 10 is not enough. As she rolls a 14. And will push you off the side of the cliff. You tumble down 20 feet.
If that's going to cause damage, I'm going to use my reaction to cast Featherfall.
It will cause fall damage, but you can use your reaction here and cast Featherfall. So. With that... Oh, let me double check something here real quick. Okay, yeah. So, as you fall down, with the Featherfall, you take no damage. And then Consaldi turns her attention back to Hugh, and Hugh, I need a dexterity saving throw.
$23.
Alright, so that'll be half damage. So 12, you will take 6 And with that, the fray events happen, and it is, but because Vask is undercover, that's not gonna do anything bad here. So, that's your turn. You are beneath the skeleton of a dragon, and do not seem to have been noticed.
Yeah. Am I able to hop up, go to the skeleton, and take bow attacks that hit me up?
Yeah.
Did she look at my way? Do I have advantage from being hidden at the start for the first one?
She is not looking in your direction. You do have advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna make these reverberating shots. 22 to hit. So 18 points piercing, 4 points under.
Okay.
And I will attack again. That's a 27 to hit. And it does 5 points piercing, 4 points thunder.
Alrighty.
And I don't know if it's worth it to hide again. 'Cause I don't know if... I'm assuming my position has been given away now, so she'd
Yeah.
probably see me dive for cover. So... Do I... I've seen her move. I'm just trying to see if it would make sense that I would know roughly how far she could get on a turn. I'm just wondering. Trying to figure out if I'm going to take my bonus action to dash away. Or something else. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do a level 1 healing word on myself. So heal for 7. And then I'm just gonna stand my ground, I guess.
Hugh, we come to your turn.
Okay. Hope we're getting close here. $23 and 15. So that's 8 piercing, 1 lightning, and 3 psychic. And assume that doesn't hit.
That does unfortunately miss.
Alright, that's the end of the turn.
Alright. Rhubarb, it's your turn.
I'm not happy that she pushed me off the edge. Seems she can get rid of me that easily. Rhubarb's gonna Misty step back up to where he was before. Pop into existence beside her, or behind her. Am I allowed to use Vampiric Touch then, since I cast Misty Step?
I mean, Misty Step's not a concentration spell, so your spell's still active.
Right. I think we were talking about that before. Maybe is it like
It's already,
But
the spell's already
the
cast.
spell's been cast? Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So it's just now the effect is being reactivated.
Mm-hmm.
Then wag my finger at her again. Where is the roll? Doesn't really matter. All my spells have the same darn roll. That is horrible. 14.
Unfortunately misses.
That was bonus action and action, and I'm not going to move because I'm going to try and keep advantage for Hugh.
Alright.
This is not good.
It is Ignia's turn. And Ignia, with her jaws, are going to open wide, and she stalks closer to Vass. Vass, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
That was almost great. No, it wasn't. That's a 14.
And that is, unfortunately, a failure. Vass, that is 57 points of fire damage on a failed save. You are resistant, so you take half,
Yep.
but I believe you still go down.
I do. I'm just trying to do the math. It's not enough to
I don't do
not
the...
enough to kill me outright though.
Yeah, I don't even do that on my games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you hit 0, and that's your threshold.
That falls unconscious.
Alright, so Vass drops to the ground as Ignia stalks a little closer to her prey, perhaps now able to take a snack. It is Kinsaldi's turn. Kinsaldi is going to take a pike attack against Hugh. With a natural 1, that's a miss. She's going to go for one against Rhubarb with a 23 to hit Rue.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Rue, you take 5 piercing and 6 radiant.
She takes 20 cold damage from my Armor of Agathis.
And with a muttered curse, she is going to send a fire out towards you, Rhubarb. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Is that a spell?
It's spell adjacent.
I won't counterspell it. I'm running low on slots. 14.
Unfortunately, it is not enough. So you'll take the full 9 points of damage, and you catch on fire. Until you use an action to put out these fires, you do remain aflame.
Ouch. I guess I need to roll for concentration on
You do.
the vampiric touch.
So
21.
you technically need to roll it twice because you got
Okay.
hit twice. So the first one you're fine,
10.
and the second one you're fine. So with that, it is the event action here. And I need for you and Rhubarb to roll me strength saving throws.
Now I get the nat 20.
This is about to be so good for you guys. Oh. Did Hugh's roll not come through? Alright. Consaldi is knocked prone by the low-flying dragonelles here that come through, but Rhubarb, you stay on your feet. And we'll see how well Hugh manages when we get a strength save from him. But that is it for that. Vass, it's your turn. You are, unfortunately, unconscious at the start of your turn. What was the last thought that went through your mind before you went down?
This would have made one hell of a song. As I fall unconscious, did I at least bloody this darn thing? How is Ignia looking? Still
Paced off.
already inhale or?
With how angry she is, you've probably gotten some damage in on her.
Okay. Well, I guess I owe you a death save.
Ew.
That is a success.
Alright, why is my rolls slow here? Actually, even though that is a success, we are getting the universe on your side here. And you will gain some HP.
It's not coming through for me either, Faye.
Yeah, I just checked. It's fine.
Yeah, frozen on Rue's strength save for me.
Yeah, I just refreshed it and it's being all wonky. But it's fine. Alright, as long as they're successes and whatnot.
I rolled a 13.
Alrighty,
Lucky
and
13.
let's get us that roll for healing for you. The universe will grant you, Vass, 7 points of healing.
Thank you, universe.
And since that happens at the start of your turn, Vass, what would you like to do?
Oh my goodness, I get a turn.
You are prone.
I am prone. So step number 1, stand up.
Mhm.
Is Ignia in melee with me, or did she keep her distance when she roasted me?
She started prowling closer, so she's about right there.
She's about right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I... don't think I'm going to be super effective with my bow right now, because I'm not going to get these attack. So I will use my last spell slot, do a level 1 Dissonant Whispers at Ignia. More infernal nonsense, and that's a Wisdom 16.
She gets a 16 on the save.
Okay, well, half damage, and she does need to run away. That will be 5 points of psychic damage.
Alright, Igneous snarls here. But she stays put. And as Vass, your turn comes to an end, Hugh, we come to your go. Currently, Consaldi is prone. Oh, Hugh, you there?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna hold on to Hugh's turn. But Rhubarb, time to your go. Consaldi is prone.
Oh, this is very dramatic. She's prone. I'm on fire.
You are on fire, which means at the start of your turn,
Oh.
you will take
Nope.
4 points of fire damage.
Do I need to roll for concentration then?
You do. You gotta beat a 10.
I do. Oh, it turns into an 8.
That is unfortunately a failed concentration save. You lose your vampiric touch.
Boo.
Unless you've got anything that might change that, but I don't believe you do.
I have something that I think can help me with ability checks, but not. And I don't have any bardics or anything like that because I haven't used the frog. I don't think I have anything. Doesn't look like it.
And unfortunately, you lose your vampiric touch.
It proved itself worthwhile, but I'm still on fire, huh?
You are still on fire, unless you use your action to put yourself out.
I want to use my action to try and kill this lady.
You could use your action to try and kill her.
It's the biggest, baddest, gnarliest thing that I can do to her.
Stab her with a Dragonlance.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Rue's gonna raise the Dragonlance up in both hands overhead and just try and drive it down through her prone body on the ground, casting Booming Blade on it while it's coming down.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, almost a crit. That's a 31 to hit.
31 definitely hits.
So that's 9 piercing. And then she also is going to take max damage, 16 thunder from the Booming Blade of Paladine.
Rhubarb, would you like to paint a picture of how you bring down Consalti Fire Eyes here?
Well, we started off, he raised it up over his head with both hands and just stabbed, like, you know what, maybe like right for the eye if she was face up, trying to just drive it through that fiery eye. And then after it goes through, he's gonna collapse on top of her with the momentum. Still burning. His body's still burning.
Yeah, so as you, on fire, raise up the the Dragonlance, you bring it down. There is a moment where it strikes against the eye, but the burning flames of this eye strike back, and it slides just off of it, right into the middle of her face. You hear the crunch of bone and cartilage. Blood seeps out as her body goes limp, and you atop of her. And Consaldi is no more. However, this enrages Ignia, who cries out over the battlefield in Draconic. And anything left for Rhubarb on your
There
turn?
might be. I think I can do some sort point conversion. Let me just see if there's a slot that I would like to get back. You know, no, I think we're still okay on spell slots. 1 second. I'm trying to see the cost. Do you know how much it costs for level 4? Maybe it's like 6. That's a lot of sword point. We're good.
Alright, so as you hold on to your sorcery point, as you still feel the flames surrounding you, it is Ignia's turn, and she, in a fury, turns away from Vass, who has been her holding her attention the entirety of this time, and will rise up back to the flying top of the spire and will swipe down with her claws at you, Rhubarb. That is a 16 to hit.
Rhubarb's gonna cast shield to deflect that.
Her
I think I
second
have that slot.
is a 23
That hits.
for 12 slashing.
bloodied but still there.
And do you still have your Armor of Agathis up?
No, that was taken down.
Okay.
I think when she cast that fire spell on me.
And then the bite from Ignia is another 23.
That also hits.
That is going to be 14 piercing and 4 fire.
Rhubarb's crushed by the dragon's maw.
Alright, Rue goes limp in between Ignia's teeth, and as she drops the prone body, there is no spark of fire between her, but we do have a event here on the battlefield. That is going to... Rhubarb! In your unconscious state here, and I do see the cure wounds, I'll get to that in a moment. In your unconscious state, you sort of groggily look up for a moment, unable to really focus on anything in the sky. You wear, in the bearing of your Dragonlance, a symbol of Paladine upon you. There is a glimmer in the sky of golden light, and it fills you. You gain a point of inspiration. And you are also healed by the universe for 2 points of healing. With that, Vass, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I think I have friends in melee with Ignia. So I think now's a good time to, continue to poke her full of holes.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'll do 2 reverberating shots. But that's a miss with a 10.
It is unfortunately a miss.
A 21.
Yep.
And what? Oh, Piercer feet. I can re-roll.
Go for it.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Then let me get some sneak attack on there. So that's gonna be 15 points of piercing and 4 points of thunder.
Okay.
And is Rue within 60 feet of me? 50 plus an elevation. Probably not. I attack, so I have 40 feet of movement. Can I get up here?
Yeah, so the way that the cliffs are, there are handholds in here, so that way you can get up there. So yeah, you'd have enough movement.
Okay, I'm gonna get up here, and then with my bonus action, I'm gonna give Rue a bardic.
Sounds good. Do we have Hugh back where I can hear you? I still don't hear Hugh, so I'm going to continue holding on to that turn. Rhubarb, you are prone, but you've got 2 HP, you've got a bardic, and you've got actual inspiration from the universe as well, so what are you doing?
Oh man. I really need to try and kill this dragon. really need a nat 20, but
think
I'm
you-
not counting on it.
I mean, I believe in you, Rue.
Okay. Rue's gotta stand up. Did the fire extinguish when I went incapacitated?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Because otherwise I would have to take that fire damage at the start of this turn. Okay. It was quenched by the dragon's saliva. Rue's gotta stand up. He's gonna cast a hex on the dragon standing in front of him. Actually, no, hex is a level spell. Moving blade would be a cantrip, so I think that's cool. I've gotta use a level 2 spell slot to cast this hex, so that's all good. And he's gonna try and stab at it with his Dragonlance. And use his inspiration to give himself advantage. That's a dirty 30 to hit.
That'll hit.
Can't see what I roll. That is, alright. It's 11 piercing and 7 sparkly damage and which is force. 13 thunder damage and whatever the hex does, which I think is 1d6.
D6, yeah.
And 1 necrotic damage.
Alright. Ignia is looking bad, but she still growls here, standing on her feet. Her wings spread out wide to appear more intimidating, larger than life. Anything else from Rhubarb?
That was action and bonus action and using a fair amount of movement to stand up. So I don't think I have anything left to do.
Then Ignia lunges once again for Rhubarb. A 26 to attack.
Yeah, it's definitely.
As the claw cuts through, that is 12 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, Rue goes back down.
And she roars into the sky. She takes to the air. She crashes next to Vass and will go for a bite. Missing Vass with a 14 on the bite. But she will also try to use her second claw attack against Vass with a 19 to hit.
That just hits with the +1 from chat. I will dodge it uncannily.
You dodge it uncannily, yes. That it will be 14 points of slashing damage. You will take 7. And you see the spark of fire begin to alight between her teeth. If you do not take her out soon, you may be crispy once more. It
That
is.
drops unconscious.
Oh no. So, with that, it is going to be our event's turn here. And nothing happens. There's just the sounds of dragon army fleeing here. Rhubarb, you are being revived here with some healing from the universe. You will gain back 4 points of healing. Vass is still unconscious here. So, as we come to the top of the turn, Vass, would you like to roll me a death saving throw?
Sure. That's a success.
And you also get some healing from the universe here, for a full point of 8 healing.
8?
Yeah, full 8, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
And you, that happens at the start of your turn, so what would you like to do, Vass?
That's just good enough. Where is this dragon in relation to that?
Right in front of you.
Right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus. Well, shit. First of all, stand up. There's no way I can get both of my scimitars out. I'll drop my draw a single scimitar, which is a +1, so it'll do magic damage if I can hit this thing. And then I'm gonna be the swashbuckling swords bard that I was always meant to be, and I will attack. Right. And since there's no one else within 5 feet of us, I will get sneak attack, and that is a natural 20.
Hell yes.
So that's gonna be a. Oh, I rolled double sixes! And then I'm gonna get some sneak attack on there. So I'm not sure how this works with this.
The fact that you have a natural 20, you are going to kill this dragon. So Vass, if you would like to paint me a picture, please go right ahead.
Vass is so frustrated and so angry and so sore and so done with everything. He stands up, he throws the bow on the ground, he draws his scimitar, and he just slices and slices until the front of this dragon just looks like hamburger. And just, he's so enraged.
Exactly. So as the blade cuts through, getting beyond the scales of this dragon, you can feel the blood spray out, but you need to fight further. You feel it inside of you like a fire raging. You cut and you slash, and the body of Ignia drops. There is a thud as it hits the ground. You are no longer bound by initiative. You are victorious. And you can make your way out of the fires here. When you make your way back, leaning on each other, bloodied, sore, covered in the soot of your fights, you see Kalamun waiting for you. They welcome you as heroes here. Not just the people of the city, but Kalamun army members. Darrit and Marshal Vendry find you, clap you on your shoulders. They congratulate you. Marshal Vendry, we thank you. You truly are heroes. Would not have survived, not for your daring and your courageous actions. As dawn begins to approach from the long night, hope is returned to these people. And the day begins to rounds of fortifications, to honoring those who had passed, and to resting for those who deserve it. But while the day is for work, the night is for celebrations. There is song. Vass, you are requested by name to join in some of the regaling here. There are drinks aplenty and food. Smiles that are given around. So, in this first night of celebration, Vass, Hugh, Rue, what are you guys doing?
I feel like I would need to sleep for like the whole damn day.
Well, you've got a whole day to sleep, and then night comes.
Oh, The moons. Are they out?
You see both Solanari and Lunatari bright and full this evening. You do not see Nuatari, but you feel that his presence in the sky is as enduring as it always is.
It's comforting. My thoughts still go to my homeland. I just hope that they're not having to face the same struggles we're having to face here.
Thus, what does your night look like?
Ass is drinking a lot. And he is riding high on taking down Ignia, and he is absolutely performing. I feel like during the day, in between sleeping, he quickly composed a ballad about that last fight and the crashing citadel, and he's busting that out. Somewhat improvising it as he goes, and he's riding on a high.
Very much expected. And you are joined by plenty full of Kalaman soldiers here, who also ride that high and enjoy the night with song and ale and any other joys that they can find in the twilight hours. Hugh, what does your night of celebrations look like on your return to Calaban, victorious from the events with Consaldi?
Well, Hugh's player seems to have fallen asleep and then now just woke up. So, Hugh, it's been a long day of work, folks. Hugh is battered and bloodied from the fight, and instead of enjoying the revels, he finds a quiet place to lie down and start using healing magic, and he just watches the celebration and summons his Owlkin buddy to just look how everything's going.
A quiet evening, more than respectable after what you have survived and been through. As this first celebratory night passes, there is a period of uncertainty, hope ahead. But plans have been made, requests asked of, and actions fall into motion. But we will see what all of those are after our upcoming ad break. So, please hang out with us. We will be right back to continue along with the final bits of our finale here. Before we head out, I do just ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton here at World Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen and in our chat room. These donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community. Those perks benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, and double XP. And we will be back very soon. And we're back. We return to Kalaman. In the days after your victory, there are celebrations and enthusiasm in the air as the people begin to make tentative plans for the future, as hope fills them and their eyes as they look ahead. Klistrin finds you all after the first night. I do want to say, thank you. You've been really good friends to me. But I think that I've seen enough of this city. I want to go back to Hearts Hollow. So, this is goodbye. But, if you ever find yourselves in the Northern Wastes, got a couch and a guest room ready for you.
I am going to take out the dagger that I used to fight him when we first encountered him in Hearts Hollow. I think it was him, right? We had like a little back and forth and I said he didn't know how to fight and we had a little like mock combat.
I think that was Klistrin, yeah.
I'm gonna give him my dagger.
You can see where, as he accepts it with both hands. He kind of looks at it. You can see his eyes begin to fill with unshed tears. Thank you.
May it protect you.
It won't be far from me.
Can I have gotten a dragon scale off of Ignia
Yeah, easily.
before we left the body? Okay, so Vass uses his disguise. He polishes the scale. He uses his disguise kit to make a copy of his face that he drew on the red stone in that they put on the walkway in Hearts Hollow, and he gives the scale to Klistrin.
Again, he accepts it with both hands. And this time the tears are hard to stay inside as he wipes his eyes. I don't think I'll ever be able to forget you.
Not many can.
So, as Klistrin takes these gifts, he gives his goodbye. And he and his Dragonels make the return to Hearts Hollow. You have Tatina Rookeldust and her new assistant, Than, who you see as part of the efforts to rebuild the city. It seems that these gnomes work well together. Even though they have such radically different fields of interest. Together they are fascinated by the prospect of the future, by the prospect of collaborations. And as you spend time and talk with them over these next few days, as you see them about the city, they tell you of their plans to return to Tatina's workshop outside of the city to start on a few new adventures and inventions. Also figures from outside of Kalaman's walls. The Mayor Raven and Vogler's villagers. With Kalaman's support, after the fact, Raven allows you the knowledge that she plans to lead the initial foray to Vogler. She wants to see what can be salvaged. She needs to plan the village's restoration. and with a bright smile, she promises you a fantastic Kingfisher Festival in the next year. And should you come, you will be welcomed as heroes and guests of honor.
I can't wait to win that pie eating competition next year.
We will have as many pies waiting for you. But
No fish.
can't promise that. And she gives a clap on your shoulder. But thank you. If you hadn't been there, I don't know that we would be here.
I look forward to returning to Fogler once it's been rebuilt.
Raven nods, a smile on her face.
Hugh considers leaving the shield to rest there, but like, no, it's second thought. I'm keeping this. This is really useful.
Very much a Hugh line of thought. Marshall Vendry and Derek you find together in her office. Marshall Vendry is pragmatic, as always, and wary of the Dragon Army's return. She spends her days planning the defenses and making sure that the and making sure that the city is ready for whatever may come. She is also planning to send agents of Calamon to Melgoth and Palanthus, to the courts of the Knights of Slomnia and the other great cities to aid in Calamon's defense. To warn them of what has happened here. What may be in store should help not come. Derek is among one of those set to go to Melgoth. He plans to become a true member of the Knights of Slomnia there. But as he tells you this, you can see the tears in his eyes as well. This is goodbye. Until I don't know when. You've become dear friends to me. Thank you. I wish I had some pies to give you one last time.
Look after those privateers, hey?
I'll make sure they get to the city. From there, who knows where we'll be needed. But I'll stand at their defense. Derek gives his own goodbye to each of you. You have, again, a few days here. What do you do in those days? Do you seek out anyone?
There are a couple of people I wanted to seek out at some point.
Okay.
I wanted to go see Tatina.
Easy enough to find her. At this point, the violet hair that she had has faded, and it has then been instead dyed a deep indigo color, a little bit more blue, as she seems to be perhaps working her way reverse style through the rainbow. One of my favorite collaborators and customers. What are you up to, Vass?
Well, nice hair, by the way. I wanted to give this back, and Vass hands her the oh my god, why can't I think of the name of this
Argab?
thing? Yes. I wanted to give, he hands the Fargab over. I wanted to give this back to you, in case you wanted to just check it out how it performed, in case you wanted to make improvements on the next model. It truly is a remarkable piece of equipment, and it came in really helpful, as did all of your doodads and gadgets that I had commissioned over my time here. Um, you really are a very gifted crafter and inventor, and I can't wait to hear about the next thing that you come up with.
Well, and she'll lean up against the Fargab. If I can get proper contraptions and configurations on this, old, just hunk of metal, perhaps we can make those, deliveries of news, on a wider scale.
Oh my god.
And she'll, smile up at you, and, you can see for a moment that, she becomes a little bit more somber. You did real good out there. Without it all. A real hero act. Keep singing those songs of yours. People need to know.
You know I will. Thank you. I was also hoping to stop by Wyans.
Me too.
Yes.
For those of you who stopped by Wyans Apothecary, in the days since the victory of Calamon, the apothecary's doors stay closed. She does not seem to be open for business at this time. And even with a specialized knock for those that are in the know with her, they seem to go unanswered.
I really wanted to get my letters back. I wonder where she went.
So do I. I think she said I still owe her. Not sure if that's good or bad.
Does it look like everything was locked up properly and with care, like someone taking their time and being mindful about it, or does it look like,
Yeah.
maybe she was in a hurry or something was tampered with?
Give me an investigation roll.
Let's see.
You see no signs of tampering, so, and it does look like it was properly closed and locked up. It seems that she was not in any sort of hurry, to try and flee or escape. It seems that Wyan knew exactly what she was doing, and no one has tried to disturb what she has done.
Is there many people around us right now?
There are plentiful people kind of on the streets. They don't seem to be paying terribly close attention, but with a lot of destruction and celebrations on the streets, people seem to be out and about more than they may have been in days prior.
Is there a side entrance or a back entrance?
Not that you are aware of, that you have seen. You've typically only used the main entrance, and the windows that you have seen from inside are, if you try and go through them, you will be knocking over displays and perhaps making a mess.
Well, I don't want to be doing that. Can I try to fix the lock on the front door? Or if you want to help me out with an illusion, that's cool too.
You could try. 1d20
Yeah.
plus dexterity and any proficiencies in tools for your thieves' tools here.
So, I do have proficiency. I don't think D&D Beyond lets me know what tools I have expertise in. So I'm not sure if I've got expertise. So I'll assume I don't. And I'll just roll a dex check and add my proficiency. That's going to be a 16.
16, as you are trying to pick this lock, you feel the gears, and as you are in the middle of twisting and turning, there is a small zap that comes towards you. You take 1 point of lightning damage.
I don't want to steal anything. I just want to take back my letters. That's all I want.
Vess, at
I was
least you
gonna
know
leave
the
you a
door is
note and
locked.
everything.
If they're in there, they'll
It
still
is
be safe.
locked. Yeah, but I just want them back. Maybe I'll be able to deliver them myself now. At some point. But
It seems that
either
at
way, it's
this
okay.
seems at this moment perhaps you are not able to get through to Wyon's apothecary. But who knows? She may have her ways yet. As a week comes and goes, a great ceremony is held. And you, alongside the other Kalaman soldiers who have survived, are held in places of honor. The courtyard of Castle Kalaman is filled with people. There is a memorial that is lit for those who perished in defense of the city. You gain medals to display your honor. Speeches to lift your hearts. The new Governor Thren and Marshal Vendry bring you up specifically, your group. You were not of Kalaman, Thren says as she looks to each of you. But you defended her walls as if you were. For that, we cannot have repaid you any more than what we have done here. Feasts, recognition, Kalaman may not be your home, but she will always welcome you. A bit more quietly, Vendry will approach Hugh of your group. You're able now, if you so wish, to be honorably discharged from Calaman's army.
I accept. My sword for hire work is done. The city is safe. I am once again my own man.
Then allow me to bestow this upon you. And she presents another medal to Hugh. This one cast in platinum. It is hefty, and a quick sort of inspection says that it would be worth about maybe 2,500 gold pieces if you were to sell it.
Nice.
You'd never sell it though, right?
Depends how much I want a magic item.
You are free to mingle about the feast here, to give honor to those who have fallen, to speak with the people here who revere you as heroes, or to do any number of things that you might do at a celebration. What do you do, heroes?
I want to climb a tree.
Yeah, you can climb a tree here in the courtyard.
Let me just sit. Maybe fall asleep. Let's see. Okay, maybe I just doze off a little bit. I was just resting my eyes, okay?
So as Rue disappears up a tree, and you totally don't hear any snoring coming from its boughs. What are the rest of you?
He looks up and then thinks to himself, and he finds a nearby tree and perches in it, and he's gonna rest there, honor with his friendship with the little buddy.
And Vax?
This is wondering where his crows went. But is there is there music at this celebration?
There are. Plentiful of bards seem to pick up where one drops off, so if you would like to join in that rotation, usually done, Vax.
Yeah, that joins in whenever he can. Bass is reveling in all this attention. It's recharging his batteries for sure. He's loving every second.
And as you each enjoy the celebration in your own ways, night begins to fall. Twilight comes over, and while there are plentiful of lanterns and torches to cast away any shadows, Rhubarb, you are awoken from your dozing by a voice in your ear, as if by magic. A voice you recognize. Why? Bring your companions down to my shop.
Now?
Preferably.
Oh, okay, I'll see if I can find them. Was Hugh in the same tree as me?
So another one, like right across.
Did I? I probably didn't see him climb up.
Probably not. You were already dozing.
I'm stuffy.
I'm gonna start looking for my companions then.
I would say it's very easy to find Vass.
Hopefully he's not too drunk.
No promises.
It takes a little bit longer, but you would be able to find Hugh as well.
Great hiding spot, Hugh.
What I
Rue,
do,
like, secretly notes he could learn a thing or two from Hugh.
I hide and I stab things.
Somehow, Wyan sent me a message and she wants us to come to her shop. I thought she was gone, but she's looking for us. Seems odd. But I know you wanted to go in there anyway, Vass, so this could be your opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just getting to the course. Give me like 2 seconds.
Fine.
Vass is able to finish out his performance. And as you give your bow and many people are sorrowful as you must depart, Wyan has asked for the appearance of all of you. You make your way to the you make your way to where the Wyan's apothecary is, and you can see the lights inside of it, signaling that she is, in fact, here. Oh. The door opens easily this time. Not locked. And you can see her in her black robes. She stands behind her book, reading it. I'm glad that you have made your way here. I see you all have survived. Which means that I will not be needing these anymore. And she'll look up from her book, and you can see held in her hand are the bound letters.
Thank you.
Very far distances those need to travel. I have the means, should you wish to make that distance yourself.
That is momentarily speechless. His jaw drops a little bit in disbelief. And then he says, yeah, I can't believe that's an option in so long. And he looks at you and Rue, and there's a bit of hesitation there. He wants to go, but you guys are his brothers. and he doesn't want to say goodbye to you guys.
It's what you've been searching for, though, Vass. It's what you want.
You need to complete your hunt.
You'll always have us in your heart, your memories and your songs. And we will you.
Unless you're heading off to go find and kill Sloth, in which case I should come with you.
I mean, I hope Soft isn't in Neverwinter, but I don't know where he went after he presumably that mirror broke when the thing crashed and he's not frozen anymore, so I don't know where he went. Maybe you should come with me just to be sure he's not there. He wants to go, he wants to stay, and he's also afraid of teleportation magic. What if he ends up some other goddamn place he's never been when something goes wrong? All of these things are rapid fire passing through his brain right now. He looks back at Wyan and says, does it have to be right now?
I have the materials prepared this moment. Doesn't have to be immediate. I invited your companions here in case you wanted some time to say goodbye. I understand travels like these are oftentimes one way.
Yeah. Would like some time. Bath will look at the other two and he'll say, when I landed here, I woke up and this older gentleman helped me find my way. I didn't expect I'd have adult dragons and in a top flying citadels and all of these other crazy shenanigans that we've gotten ourselves into. I didn't think I'd find you guys. Away from my family for a very long time, and haven't seen my brother in a long time, but you guys are my brothers too. Found families, important family. And I had a blast fighting alongside you guys through the ups and the downs and the ugly bits and the happy bits and the challenging bits. And I couldn't ask for better sidekicks. And I'll never forget you guys. And people back in Neverwinter will hear all about you and your heroic deeds. I'll make sure of that. And Who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other again. Maybe you guys will fall through the portal this time. But knowing me, it'll probably be me falling back through another one. I'll just get there and I'll fall through one. Be like, God damn, I just left. Ass is starting to ramble now because
And Hugh just
tears
puts an
are
arm on his shoulder.
building
Like,
up in his eyes.
go forth and honor me with your song, minstrel.
I can do that. Ass pulls both of them into a hug.
Yeah.
Aww.
Hopefully you're stooping down for that hug. Or I'm standing on a stool or something. Bass, it's been an honor. But you are stalling. You are rambling. I think you need to get back to your real family. I know you'll do us justice with your songs and your stories.
You guys will be famous.
Gods, I hope not.
You mean more famous?
You will be more widely famous. Widespread fame. Have to look over at Lion and he'll give a small nod.
Stands a little straighter, turns in her book, and she begins to speak.
I am watching this intently, by the way.
She draws forth powers of arcane mastery, well beyond anything you've seen before, Rue, or Vass, and even you here. As she weaves together her hands in these intricate gestures, a swirl of magic begins to form. A bright blue, a sea of swords. It's crisp like a summer's day as you see it, as the energy of this portal begins to grow, and you can see ships at a dockyard, the port of Neverwinter, at a far distance. It's as if you were overlooking the city from some high hill. But you see it. Neverwinter. All you need to do is reach out and grasp it, and you feel it. It could be right there. What do you do, Vass?
Vass briefly glances over his shoulder at Rue and Hugh. He'll give a classic Vass smirk and a wink. And then he'll steel himself and walk through the portal.
As Vass walks through the portal, Vass, you feel warmth and sunlight hit your skin. But something awry happens on the other side of the portal. It's a little unstable, grows wider as if under its own, and seems to encompass Hugh and Rue as well. And you all three stumble into a room just outside of Neverwinter. Vass, you stand there for a few moments on your own, basking in the fact that you are home again, after who knows how long. And then there is a impact of two other figures hitting into you.
Well, don't I feel like an asshole? There's nothing worse than saying a heartfelt goodbye and then running into the person 30 seconds later.
Do we still see the portal?
You do not. However, it's not long afterwards that Rhubarb, you hear the barest whisper of Wyon's voice, as if it's struggling over the distance to reach you. Don't forget that you owe me, Rhubarb.
Rue just grumbles under his breath. Wyan. I never did completely trust her.
And Hugh is just like, well, fuck, I was going home. And, got lorded over everyone. Now I killed some undead things. Now, what do I do? Why do you do this?
I am afraid I have no idea what you're talking about, but I feel your pain. I've been there. So I get it. Get it. You know what? Now I get to take you around and show you where I'm from. I'll get you back. It'll be fine. Or maybe you'll fall through another portal. That seems to happen around me. So, we'll see.
I just
Hopefully
need
I
to
get to
know
show
one
you
thing.
around, though.
Are there undead abominations for me to stab?
Absolutely there is.
Alright, then. Adventure!
To adventure indeed, as the three of you are able to make your way to a city with who knows what on the horizon. Of course, Hugh is looking for undead abominations to further his own glory. Thus, you are perhaps looking forward to seeing home and seeing family, and Rue, who knows what's in store for you, but you have a debt still needing to be collected. But that's where this adventure concludes. And what lies in the future, we yet to see. So thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Thank you for joining us in our finale. You can follow us here on Twitch to catch our live streams, to keep up to date with everything we do. You can follow us on YouTube to catch our VODs. And if you want to play with us, you can join us in our Discord. Jump in a game, or just keep up to date with our announcements. Thank you, and may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.